For as long as I remember, I've struggled with my consistency when it comes to working out. I've worked out with trainers. I've stumbled through at-home workouts.
Well, it's probably actually the beer, the wings, the meatballs, the pizza, the ramen, the donuts, and the pizza dipped in ranch.
All right, Blake, chill. I think they get the picture. But let's get back to the CrossFit stuff. I've wasted endless amounts of money at the gym. And I've always said that I would never do CrossFit. For about the past year or so, my friend Mindy has been trying to convince me to do CrossFit. You see, Mindy's a big CrossFitter.
AMRAP, Metcon, EMOM, Muscle Up, Chalk, Drink the Fit Aid. Here's my affiliate link, Murph, Snatch.
Yeah, she knows all the words, she knows all the workouts, and she's definitely one of those CrossFitters that you might be thinking of. About a month ago, I got pulled into a conversation on Twitter with Dan Bailey. He invited me out to his barn to train with him. Not really knowing who he was, I said no. Then the tweets and texts came in from my CrossFit friends freaking out. So I looked him up. I was feeling a bit intimidated, but figured who better to show me the ropes. So I accepted in hopes of understanding this world a bit more than what notions I'd already put into my head.
The latest fitness craze is really causing some health concerns.
Latest on the extreme workout, CrossFit, now linked to a potentially fatal condition.
Why is CrossFit, do you think, more dangerous than other physical activities?
No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
So how do you know how far to push, I guess is...
And why don't people stop if they're in pain?
Well, I mean, part of it is that peer pressure. So you're in a group class, you're next to someone who has six-pack, six-pack abs, and people are working and they're swinging these balls, and you think, I'm as strong as they are, and you keep going.
The popular sport of CrossFit can have deadly results.
Exercise is great, but not this.
So have you've never been to a CrossFit gym, never? Okay, cool. Let me run through a couple just brief points just about CrossFit and actually what it's all about, right? So it's defined as constantly varied functional movement done at a high intensity. So I'm gonna break down those three words for you real quick. So constantly varied, like you mentioned, you can't just go into a gym and sit and do curls or do bench. It's maybe boring to you, not fun, doesn't interest you. So one of the great things about CrossFit is the variance of it. So we do a little bit of everything. So we're gonna run, we row, swim, box jumps, pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, any kind of body weight movement. Functional movement, the movements are functional in that you can't survive in life without being able to do them. So the big three there, squat, deadlift, and press, you do those on a day-to-day basis, even though you may not think about it, and you do it, or you might have to do it in certain situations. So a squat is I just stood up from that box, that's a squat. I'm gonna sit down to the box, that's a squat, right? Maybe at some point you're gonna have kids, whatever, picking your kid up off the ground, that's just a deadlift. No, right, yeah, that's it, right? That's, picking something up off the ground, that's all it is, right? That's what makes a lot of the movements that we work on functional, is because we want to make sure that you're competent with them in the gym so that you can function with them in life for as long as possible and give you the best active longevity life that there is. High intensity, this is what usually gets everybody, right? The throwing up in the gym, the passing out, all those things, right? So I don't have any desire today to try to make you puke. That is not what I want to do. That's not a victory for me as a coach. Jumping on Twitter and Instagram, videoing it, that's not, look at him, I got it, we did it everyone. No, what I tell everybody for their first session is, we're gonna learn some basic movements, we make sure that unloaded, we're gonna make sure that you know how to do the basics without any weight on you, and then when we work out, in terms of intensity wise, I want you to push yourself as hard as you can, but you could still answer a question. So if you're working out and we're on the bike, we're doing air squats, we're doing whatever we're gonna do in the next half hour, if I say, hey, what's your favorite color? And you have to like put your hand up and say blue or whatever, you know, you're going too hard right now, okay? So I want you to be able to just fire off, yes, blue, and then maybe you have to take a breath or two to say it or something like that. But if you can't answer me, then yeah, you're doing it wrong for your first session. Okay, so what I think I want to do is right now get the body just a little bit warm. So I'm just gonna put you on a bike for like 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. Yeah, just go, just nice and easy. Gonna go forward, here. Up that midline a little bit, lock down your belly. There we go. Okay, and squat, hips back, knees out, knees out, knees out hard, knees out hard. Stand, back, push up on that bar hard, push up. Man, go ahead, relax. Excellent. Nice, man.
Wow, you're right. Oh my God, you're not wrong. That was like, wow, you feel it everywhere too.
Yeah, a little bit everywhere.
Okay. Wow, that was 13 minutes.
13 minutes. That's it. And this wasn't half-assed, what you did. Not half-assed. Yeah. That's a big deal. That's awesome. That is the essence of what we do, right there. Learn the functional movements, a little bit of variance, and you were at a high intensity, right? Yeah. So imagine, throw a barbell on you, add a little bit of weight. Once you start getting comfortable there, all of a sudden,
I see you sweating.
I really.
So I would say when I first finally decided to do CrossFit, I wasn't in the greatest space physically and mentally. When I started to work remote, I started to realize that I wasn't moving, I wasn't getting any steps in. Biggest activity was walking from my desk to the pantry and back and forth all day. Finally one day, my husband had already started doing CrossFit and I was very like, I'm not gonna do it, I'm not doing it. Very, anti-CrossFit. I thought it was too intense for me. I thought I had to do kind of the trendy cycling or the hot yoga or things like that. I didn't want to get too bulky. I thought I had to be super thin and super frail and all of that. And then finally when I gave in and I walked into the first CrossFit box, I was still extremely intimidated, but I remember after the first workout, I laid on the floor of my bathroom for like 15 minutes because I got my ass handed to me so hard. And I remember thinking to myself as I could barely stand up, this is what I had been missing. I had been missing a coach that pushed me, community around me that believed in me and cheered me on whenever I was there, and really just a whole athletic portion of my life kind of came back within that first hour after my first workout. And that's really where it all kind of started to come together for me. So after almost 3 years of CrossFit, I can confidently say that I love my body, I'm confident in what it can do, and I love being strong.
One of the warning signs is your muscles are saying, I need to stop now. And you can prevent this if you drink a lot of liquids before you work out, you drink during your workout, you take those breaks, and if you're feeling pain, you stop. No pain, no gain is the worst approach to exercise.
I see a lot of spine and shoulder related injuries related to CrossFit.
So yeah, the other misconception is that all CrossFit boxes are injury laden and people who do CrossFit are constantly injured. And I could say two things to that. I could say, one, if I was gonna teach you how to ride a bicycle, the first thing I would not do is send you to the top of a mountain on a $6,000 downhill bike or mountain bike and just push you over the edge. right? You're gonna get hurt doing that. It's not what CrossFit's about. That's not how it's taught, and that's not what's done in boxes. One of the beautiful things about it is it's infinitely scalable. So, for example, if you could pick any CrossFit Games workout, and I could scale the weights, scale the movements, maybe some of the reps, maybe the rounds, things like that, so that I could compete right alongside with my mom or my dad. You see that in any sport, any workout routine. You scale to an ability level. If somebody doesn't know how to do something, you don't throw them right into it. So, no, of course it would be, if all CrossFit was you come into the gym, we're like, yeah, we're gonna make you puke and make you throw up, and we're gonna put 900 pounds on the bar and see if you can back squat it, like, of course that would be horrible and that would, injure somebody, but that's not actually what happens. There was actually a study done recently, within the past couple years, that said that CrossFit has an exceedingly high injury rate, and that was rebutted by CrossFit HQ, and it was actually shown that the study was completely false, that it was made up, and CrossFit won the lawsuit, and to refute that. In terms of injuries, yeah, I just don't think the data is there to kind of support that.
After the first session, Dan invited me back for a couple more.
Oh, this is a warm-up? This is still part of the warm-up. Yeah. Lay down. On the ground.
Within a couple sessions, I started to understand what Dan meant by functional training. Lifting boxes or lifting your kid, it all pointed towards improving your life on a functional daily basis.
You got a little room to grow.
A little bit. There's
and you just
there. There's something
out.
there.
There's a mosquito bite there. All right, that is my time with CrossFit so far, and I will say this: I have learned so much, not only just about myself and what my body can do, but also about how functional training is a lot different than training for the Super Bowl or the World Cup, and realizing that that's not what I'm doing when I'm doing CrossFit. I'm training to be just a better person day to day, or having a better body day to day, having a stronger body day to day, being more confident in your body, being able to pick up a box and put it overhead, or being able to pick up your child and throw them up into the air, or whatever it is that you want to do. That's what functional training is all about. That's what Dan Bailey has been teaching me and helping me understand. And that's what I'm realizing is a lot more important than, gym muscles or doing crazy movements if you're in the CrossFit Games, right? There's a lot more to it than that. And so, will I be working out in a box? No, maybe not. But will I be taking the fundamentals I'm learning? Will I be taking the movements I'm learning and bringing them home with me, where I'm gonna set up, my CrossFit gym? Yeah, absolutely. I absolutely 100% will be training this way because I'm enjoying it and I feel myself getting stronger every day. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the buttons below, like, and then subscribe. Make sure you turn the notifications on so you can see our next video. We'll see you on the next one.